Do you have account with us? Do you?
I'm sorry, you're still on hold. Hello, you've progressed in the queue. Your transaction is now at number 8. Please hold and we'll get to you as soon as possible.
But we are not processing any transaction for you.
Yeah, because you're on hold.
There's something wrong or?
Please be aware this is your name and loyalty for training or educational purposes. Hang on, don't go anywhere, you'll lose your place in the queue.
If you want to wait in the queue, this is called our queue, and this is called the counter where we actually serve people at.
Oh, but she's currently in the queue. She's number 7.
No, she's not.
Oh, hang on, no, she's number 6. She just progressed.
Well, you are number 1 now, so what's your transaction that you want to do?
She's still on hold.
Okay, but I'm talking to you now. So since she's
you've got to join the queue behind her. She's number 6, that puts you number 7. You don't want to jump the queue.
What we need to do is actually serve our customers, and if you
That's not the impression I get when I ring up. I'm sorry. Due to technical problems, we can't actually process your transaction right now. Please try again later. Sorry, I've been outsourced.
Your call is very important to us. Please stay on the line.
Well, it's almost Logie's time again. They're just around the corner. And as you know, Andrew, I love watching an awards night.
I know you do, I know.
Particularly the Oscars. Like, I love the Oscars where they have that orchestra that interrupts acceptance speeches when they go on too long. You know that one?
Absolutely. I wish they'd interrupt Richard Wilkins on the red carpet. You know?
I know, and I was thinking, how good would it be to have that orchestra in everyday life?
Oh, it would be good.
Like, say, you know, whenever you're in a taxi.
I'll tell you one thing, mate, all the traffic back there, they want to turn right, and what does the government do? They go put a bloody no right turn sign in there, mate. I'll tell you another thing, mate. I can't... Oh, sorry, thank you.
Or, you know, even when you're just at home and you hear a knock on the door.
Hello, sir. Where'd you have as witnesses?
We're just here to tell you about the good work that
And I tell you what, it would certainly improve Radio National.
Ah, memories. It must have been the early 70s, and there I am trying to kick-start the Australian film industry. And there I am sitting at... Oh, for God's sake.
It's a vast improvement, I think, because it's a tremendous innovation.
It is. But look, to bigger issues now, Andrew, and the ongoing saga of selling Australian tourism to the rest of the world. Now, I know we've got these ambassadors, people like Lara Bingle, Bindio and Terrio, and, you know, they're trying their hardest, but do they really bring in the visitors?
Well, the problem is the Americans, because they don't come here. We don't have enough famous landmarks. You know, what are they going to do, visit the Big Prawn and then go back to New York?
I know. It is a problem, and that got us thinking, if we're running short, why not pass off other famous landmarks as our own? I mean, would the Americans really know any different?
Ambassador Charles Firth hit the streets of the US to sell our country proud.
I don't know the name of it, so...
It's called the Sydney Opera House.
Opera House.
Do you know where it is?
No, I don't.
That was in Nemo.
Yes, that's right.
I have no idea what it's called, though.
What about this one?
That looks like the Leaning Tower of Pizza in Italy.
That's right, but what most people don't know is that it is actually in Australia.
Oh, so that is the one in Australia?
That's the one in Australia. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is the replica. This is the Leaning Tower of Perth.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. But isn't Italy's about 500 years old or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but ours is older. It's made by the Aborigines.
I didn't know that.
This is Adelaide's most famous landmark.
Okay, I didn't know that. That shows you how ignorant I am.
What about this?
I don't know the name of it, but it looks familiar. Is it a tower? What is it?
Yep, if I mention the City of Love, does that ring a bell?
Paris?
No, Melbourne. Melbourne. Yeah, so you would travel all the way to Melbourne.
To see the Eiffel Tower, just for that, I sure would.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
It's the Taj Mahal. Have you heard of it?
The Taj Mahal.
Yeah, it's in the Simpson Desert.
Yeah.
You've heard of that?
I've heard of it.
You know that Steve Irwin used to live in the Taj Mahal.
He lived there?
He used to live there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. Well, I would definitely want to go there now.
There used to be crocodiles out front, and he used to go and wrestle them and put on a show.
I guess that shows how much I know. Not a whole lot.
It's called the Great Wall of China.
Okay. I wanted to say that, but, you know, by it being Australia, I didn't
Yeah. No, but it is in Australia. It's in...
okay.
China is a town just outside Darwin.
You know, I never knew all of these things were in Australia.
Yeah, you recognise that?
Yeah, I thought that was in the United States.
That's a copy. Australia has the original.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Really, this would be your favourite Australian landmark to see?
Yeah, just to see, only because, you know, growing up in school, I've heard so much about it, so that'll be one of the main things I would love to see.
No one knows that, though, really.
Yeah, everyone sort of thinks that it's American.
It is, and I'm like, okay, that's Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
It's in America.
But it's not.
It's not.
It's in Brisbane.
Oh, okay.
Say you only had a few days in Australia, where would you go?
Mount Rushmore,
then down.
Victoria, Taj Mahal, and then the Great Wall.
The Big Ben and that place,
You don't have the railroad cross-country.
Trans-Siberian Railroad.
I'll go to the Taj Mahal, to Big Ben, then I'll go to the Eiffel Tower, and then I'll end up here. So we have to have 5 days, because I'm going to Mount Rushmore.
Oh, fantastic.
Boy, do we have a treat for you guys tonight, because we have discovered a completely new phenomenon in current affairs.
It's never been seen before. It's a whole new world. Brace yourself for the Segway. Now, in the past, Today Tonight would have gone straight from a report about drink driving to a story about fruit juice without batting an eyelid, but those times are long gone.
Yes, Anna Corrin has started doing seamless segues, and you've got to admire just how smooth they are.
Karen Cooper on the excesses of alcohol. Another excess, fruit juice, just as deadly according to new research.
Well, she got there. Well done, Anna. Yeah, but that was an easy segue, you know. Let's crank up the dial to medium. Try linking a story about an abused Ukrainian swimmer to a story about a lettuce grower.
Well, we all saw how she felt and felt for her. Sometimes rules aren't always wise. As we thought when we examined the case of a lettuce grower shut down by the council.
Well done, Anna. Such a natural transition. But finally, let's look at two reports that actually do share a thematic link. Corporate high flyers and a banking dispute. Now, both are about money, so you'd think Anna could just throw from one to the next easily. Yet Einstein himself would be hard-pressed to follow this torturous current segue. Take it away, Anna.
Jonathan Creek on the select few who wouldn't notice the ATM fees on their accounts. Unlike the millions who today held their breath briefly while the Reserve Bank decision on interest rates was announced. And unlike the woman in this next story who found her bank reluctant to reduce fees on her home loan.
Yes, poor old Einstein. I mean, that segue really had him grappling, you know. I don't know what to do. Now, Einstein was a physicist from Germany, a country famed for its excellent beer. To produce beer, brewers must attend beer school, and at beer school they take many lessons. Lessons not unlike today's lesson.
Yeah! Today's lesson, menaces to society. Now, we've seen so many menaces on these shows. Armed robbers, drug traffickers, shonky builders, and then there's Today Tonight's favourite guy in the whole world.
This man is an armed robber, drug trafficker and shonky builder.
All at once!
A month's worth of stories right there. All right. The thing I love, you know, about menace reports is the way they actually back up their hysteria with cold, hard statistics.
That is true, actually. Just watch reporter Jonathan Creek crunch the numbers on peeping toms who take photos up women's skirts.
Even more frightening is the number of upskirting sites on the internet. Typing the word into Google generates 7 million responses.
Wow, 7 million upskirting websites.
Oh, wait, it gets worse.
No.
Look what happens when you type murder into Google. 82 million murderers on the internet. And look what happens when I type in shithouse reporters. Every single result, Jonathan Creek.
Oh, no. These shows love menaces to society because they're all about drama. Nothing says drama like a good old face blurring. For example, blurring out one person is quite dramatic, but blurring out an entire family, now that is drama.
I thought it was more the size of the blurring. I mean, check out the drama with this guy that Rowan Wend's interviewing. Look at that.
Yeah.
But that's just his head and shoulders. For full impact, you have to blur out their entire body from head to toe. just in case they recognise him from his flyer.
Another